Yeah.
Yeah, they got it bumping.
Why bother lie when the truth is free? Illusions creating distorted reality, manifesting harsh desires, faith that anything is possible, probable. With God, I'm unstoppable. Can't deny denial. Life flowing through, living is a test of subscription, a lifetime trial. Only faith, no fanatics. Pay attention to the antics. Peace over power, panic. Design planned in fashion. Gado Yeshayahu. Hallelujah. Total Robert Yeshua. Great salvation. All praises, all honor, all glory to the Most High. Yah. Thank you so much for the light. Peace and blessings, my people. Peace and blessings. What it do? What it do? Shalom, shalom, family. Steve Bless in the building. You already know what's going on. Appreciate you tuning in, brother. Talking about nobody gonna cancel the Most High children, but the most. Hey, I see you in here early with it. Hey, my brother, his will is real in the building. Shalom, family. Shalom. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Peace and blessings. Josh, son of Yah. You already know we here. Hey, y'all. I'm a little bit on fire today, man. I ain't gonna stunt, man. This stream, I don't really care about no copyrights. I don't really care about no, saying anything on this stream that may get a strike. I'm gonna point it out. I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing, and I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. We gonna have a conversation, and we gonna speak in layman's term. Because family, it's about time for somebody to speak up with some sense around here. Because it's just not making any when you talk to these people who are setting forth mandates and rules and regulations, and then you look at laws and certain things, and then you see the paper is being literally burned right in front of our face because they're not following any of the rules that they wrote down. But hold on. We gonna let's save that fire for later on the stream, man. Let's save the fire, man. Move in silence. Shalom, shalom, family. Ladarius Wiley, appreciate you tuning in. Shalom, shalom, fam. We back in here for another one. If y'all can see, man, the title, we about to be hitting on something heavy. So, hey, sit back, relax. I just want to be able to bring forth some information, some pivotal information to the YouTube streets. Personal experience as well. Y'all see the artwork behind me, man. It's like you reaching for a piece of paper that got your rights on them, and then at the same time, they got a match and lighter trying to put it aflame. They don't follow nothing what's going on in this world. And hey, we see it. Who's really gonna have the spirit to point it out, though? But y'all already know over here, man. We create content to inspire, to encourage, and to motivate the next to be great. And when I say the next generation, man, we really need to get up out of this system of trying to portray what it is of someone of equal rights and really start behaving as such. You get to a point in your level, in a level of life where you just look at everybody and say, okay, this is who that person is, right or wrong. I'm still going to treat them accordingly. You know, you would want somebody to always help, but we got people in certain high places. Y'all already know what the scriptures say, man. They operating in wickedness in these high places around here, where it's definitely starting to trickle down. And as we really start to open our eyes and observe what's going on, ain't nothing changed. It's just the time. People's pants just getting skinnier. And people just slapping diapers on their face. But it's still the same discrimination to me. So y'all can see by the title, man, I'm gonna be hitting on a little touchy topic. Situation that I feel like, you know, it should have been over with, because people fought for this, right? People went to war for not trying to get discriminated against. You would think that something changed. So the title of this video is Discrimination of a Nation. What's right versus what's wrong. And it's just a new day and age. Hey, N-word. You can't drink out of this water fountain. Hey, N-word. You can't study at this school. Hey, N-word. You can't get this job. Wait. I thought there were certain laws in place in the Constitution. And if you think that what they write down is true, I see why some people will be looking at this, I don't even know what to call it anymore, construct of confusion, and wonder why nothing's getting better, or people aren't coming together united. What's united about the states when every day is some form of segregation? But before we even get into it, family, let me set the vibe off right. I already know I kind of went in on assassin mode, but let me go ahead and lighten the load a little bit. Let me cut on a vibe right quick. You know what? Let's keep this same spirit going. Yeah, how about that? I mean, let me see what I got something for him. Hey, how y'all feeling though, man? We over here with the pretty much night stream over here where I'm at. So y'all get me a little after hours, but hey, we got to get this message through. I got this New Breed, Assassin's Breed track, man, just to get the spirit involved, just so y'all know how I'm rocking over here right now. Ah, my goodness. Come on, family. We definitely need to start waking up and know that it's our time. Let's go.
New Breed.
Shout out the New Breed.
Let's tell the world.
Shout out the Leo the Poet.
Yeah.
Y'all see what's going on.
Disingenuous thieves trying to rob us of peace. I got them jumping the fences. I left the dog off the leash. A couple verses they flee. Yeah, they watch but don't speak. But I can hear your heartbeat. I don't fear, I just preach. What I learned in the streets is like death coming threes. I would die on my sword before I lie on the Lord. It's violence at the door, prepares for war. Sometimes I fight with the flesh, and I be coming up short. The righteous fall 7 times before they ever turn blind. But don't continue in sin or get a reprobate mind. Gotta fight with the masses, taking shots like a maverick. Fiery darts hit the armor, break off like it's plastic. Like the slave in the field, a sitting plot on the master. Hit his head with the shovel and wrap his body in plastic. When I'm lynched in the public, going out with some laughter. Put a crown on the saint for redefining what's tragic. This the creed of assassins.
Power circle was happening.
Let your light shine, rid the world of this madness.
Okay. Let your light shine, rid this world of this madness.
Yeah.
divinely. I'm a poet in the metals, a protector of y'all kingdom, no cap and see I'm a leader. Try to defeat us, lies and poison that they feed us. Like MJ, they cannot beat us, no. So asinine of the blind, assassinated they mind, misleading souls, what a crime, taking back what is mine. So we shine so bright like the light. These words slay with might, hold my peace, my Lord shall fight. They so fearful of the sight, praise and worship tribally bite. Reproof beware, scornful smite, lost in statues we recite, flaming sword we ignite, clothing faith with the desire in my attire. The favor that I acquire, the verses that shall inspire, the battling of Goliath, removing mountains, slaying giants. To the wicked I'm defiant, prayers always reliant. I know God be replying, so I lift up my sword and I commence to refining.
To the wicked I'm defiant. Power circle was had. Let your light shine, rid the world of this man.
Why is he not doing what we tell him to do?
Let's get it.
Why is he not following our mandates?
Being the battle axe for the Lord, this isn't law. This happened before when Yah opened the door of his anger onto mortals. He opened the portal of might. Now you see it inside the flock of his sheep. Oh man, don't be shocked. We are saying we have 10 enemies. Try to make amends for they can't contend for a win. The righteous are igniting this. We are prayer warriors. We blessed for the fight.
When a prayer warriors
and
come
Israel
through.
has been on tours. We make sure we're pure before we with the Lord. We are reassured. Press forward, sound like David in 144, sharp with the sword, ready and equipped, praying to the Lord. Let me at him for the citation of this wicked nation. Let's have a quick intercession to remove some of this leaven.
Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright. For the end of that man is peace. But the transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord, and he is their strength in the time of trouble. And the Lord shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them, because they trust in him. Power circle.
Shala. Who you repping for, man? What side you on? What nation are you building? Hey, they hit us with the throughout the school. One nation under God. What God? What God got you doing this? What God got you operating in this type of spirit where, family, I'm gonna just just to be able to share with y'all a personal experience of what it means to be someone of a different hue, someone who doesn't fit the society favoritism, and tell you pretty much my experience on all levels, from school to employment and even to society and relationships. Justice Burns, what it do? What it do? Shalom, shalom, family. I see you in the building, Justice Burns, aka the songbird herself. I see you in the building. DJ Q Victorious, yes sir. Appreciate you tuning in. Marcus Hussey in the building. Gerard, oh, I see you. I see you. Yeah, we all we do is speak flames over here. We be burning their doctrines up. As soon as we get to talking, that's why they tried to silence us. That's why they tried to put the diapers on our face. God bless all of you in Christ's mighty name. Amen. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. If you rock with the United States of America and what they do in the Constitution, you might as well get off this stream right now. If you rock with the people out here that's pretty much upholding politics and stuff like that, you might as well get out of this stream right now. This ain't for you. I really don't. I'm not talking to y'all. For the people who rocking with America, if you fought for this country, please get out of this stream. This is not for you right now. I'm Why would you fight for something that has no value? Why would you fight for something that makes no sense? Make it make sense. Steve Bless said, the God they talking about is gas and oil and diamonds. That's their God. Sheesh. Hey, YouTube, I hope y'all watching. F the USA, it don't belong to them anyway. Big facts, big con. Taking back what is mine so we shine so bright like the light. These words slay with might. Hold my peace, my Lord shall fight. They so fearful of the sight. Soon as we speak up, man, they start to shiver their timbers, man. But it's like, how many people gonna really speak up for what they see, or they just gonna follow after these mandates, rules, and commandments and act like they really make sense? Man, none of that. Two heads of the same bird right there. Facts. Big con. But we here, family. Can I just share with y'all? Before we even get to the content right now, I just want to share with y'all my experience, man. Being a person of hue. I'm gonna just say, I ain't even gonna call myself black. I'm a person of hue. I ain't even gonna call myself colored, because we already know what. Hey, family, it's only 2022. 60 years ago, we weren't able to drink at certain water fountains. We weren't able to piss in certain bathrooms. We weren't even able to read books in higher education schools. Check it out. We're going to get in there. So the experience of a person like myself, how can I put it? Striving for greatness. Wanting to be like everything that I don't see as far as being a leader in this society, as far as being a leader of a nation. Everything that I see right now is the total opposite of what I want to be. I mean, hey, you gotta give some type of, I wasn't there, so I can't really say that the man's changed my life. MLK and Malcolm X, for what they did, you can't really say that whatever they did trickled down into affecting the positive interactions that we have now. Because if that was the case, you wouldn't have people that look like me still in areas where they're lacking education, they're lacking resources, they're lacking the opportunity to grow financially, to get out of that mindset of wanting to demise each other. If they did what they had to do successfully, we would be in a place where there are rights being followed. But as of right now, I can't say that. Because being a person, in my experience, of the color of the way my hair looks, it seems as though a lot of denied opportunities. And it isn't even based on talent. It isn't even based on intelligence. It isn't even based on if they like me or not. It's based on how I make them feel. Because they can like me. They can say, oh, he's really good. Oh, he does this and that. But I just have a gut feeling. They be over here having a gut feeling about people who look like me. Knowing as soon as we start to see the BS that's operating behind in the scenes, they already know what we're going to do. Family, if you're not speaking up for righteousness, who is? If you're not bringing out your experience of what you go through on a daily, who is? How are people going to see? How's the Most High going to know how to operate within you if you're just walking, not even interacting, not even wanting to stand up for what's right? You're just going to and fro where people push you. You're being coerced here and there. They sprinkling money in your face like, oh, just do this. Don't say anything, though. Don't speak against what we're doing. No, we'll cancel you. No, we won't let you into this program. On all fronts, on all levels. Do y'all know what people like myself have to go through in this society? Where you would think it's rights, where you would think it's laws, where you would think people wrote a whole constitution on people following and we're here united, kumbaya, this is love for everybody, but love for what? Love for who? What, do you mean to tell me this person has now changed into a loving individual after years of tormenting people that look like me? And now it got to the point where it ain't even people that don't even look like me who's going through this process of tormenting others. It's also people that look like me who have followed along suit. How can we ever progress as a nation if we discriminate, if we choose to do wrong over what's right, if we choose to follow wickedness over righteousness? How can we ever progress? How can we ever move forward? And then you got people in these higher ups that just sit back and look at the foolishness. More so, they're just entertained. I look at pretty much all the leaders in society as entertainers now. You really don't have any type of cutting separation between someone who's an entertainer and someone who's a leader, because obviously you can mesh them both together because they have some sort of influence. But at the end of the day, does this entertainer even have the experience of what it means to lead? Do you know a leader makes a way? Not just follows after a way to make people laugh, but they actually bring forth information to educate people, to make sure that we stay aligned. Entertainers only do one thing. They just try to do anything to gain your attention. They just want your attention. No matter if it's right or wrong, they just want you looking. But looking at what? Let's question it. On all levels, family. From schooling, from working, and even within relationships. The discrimination that this nation breeds beyond wicked. There are no more rights. There are no more rules. There are no more regulations. People can put on a white jacket and say anything. You get what I'm saying? And people will follow on one accord. Why would you want somebody leading you and they don't even have the comprehension of what is wrong and what is right? That over time, they have to be taught what is right. That person doesn't need to be leading if they need to be taught what is right. You need to find that person that knows what is right and put them in the position of power. Because if you still need to be taught, then you need to be in the seat of the student. We are still at the pace where people don't even know how to talk to one another. People don't even know how to communicate. Why would I let someone lead me and they don't even know how to speak to me or speak peace to my spirit or even gives me some type of reverence of direction that I can say, oh, you know what? Thank you. Thank you for feeding my soul with this insight. Y'all see the artwork right behind me, man. The irony is, as I was still in high school, transitioning to college, just had the urge to draw this picture, right? Not even taking in comprehension of what rights are even about. And I'm high school, student athlete. I'm just thinking, hey, as long as I keep my grades up, as long as I, keep balling, I'll be able to be successful in life. Not knowing that it was certain things in place, laws in place where before my time, hey, if if you weren't aligned with those, then you were definitely, let's say, dismissed from society. What I have experienced in the last 28 years, a person of my hue, from the education system, pretty much a lack of respect, being told, even when I say the right answer, from certain teachers that look like me, or the teachers that didn't even look like me, a lot of opposition to progress. Why is that? Oh, I didn't speak in accordance to how they wanted me to. And what do I mean by that, family? I let's keep it simple. I was over here repping for the Most High, thinking that that was the right doctrine to move, and I still uphold that value. Repping for the Most High always, and it's been giving me the insight to see what's really going on behind these closed doors, especially when it comes to indoctrinating / educating the youth. People have stopped learning. People are now being programmed. Well, they've been being programmed, but it's been more, let's say, out there that the learning process has definitely stopped within our society. People who even strive to want to know more, especially in my youth, there is still a barrier to learn. There is still segregation being taken place. Y'all know there are certain schools in America right now where, as soon as the confines of the world falling down with this pandemic going on, they told us, hey, if you ain't got that jab, you can't learn no more. Oh, wait. That sounds like discrimination to me. That sounds like the same time when they were pretty much saying, you know what? You can't go to school because you don't look like me. We don't want you learning what we're learning. We don't want you reading from these books of knowledge and wisdom passed down to be able to get a job, to be able to earn an income for you and your family. No, 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 no. You don't look like us. So you can't come and learn and gain these skills that we have. No, 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 no. You're not taking the same advice that we took. You're not getting the jab. So you can't learn and come in our schools. So you can gain knowledge and intellect and ultimately get a job to provide for your family. No, unless you do this that we all do. But what if I don't want to do it? Well, then, hey, you can't operate here. Wait, isn't that discrimination? I thought there was rights against that. Well, no, there's a pandemic going on, man. We just want to be safe. It's only been 60 years, family. the same people that were not allowing us to go to the bathroom with them. Sad to say, some of them are still around. Some of them are still perpetuating that knowledge to their youth. For what cause? Now it gets to the point where, as someone who wants to be able to be better, someone who wants to strive for greatness, what do? Do you compromise? Do you follow along with the agendas? Or as someone with the soul and spirit to fight, do you stand up for what is right? Do you say, hold on, let's call it what it is? This is discrimination. We're going to learn today, family, because at this point in time, it's just making no sense. Whoever is in control of, I don't even know if the president is even in control of this government anymore, because obviously the man can't even walk around or ride a bike. He can't even do simple tasks. So it's like, why would you put somebody like that in control of a nation? It's a lot of questions. And for me, myself, I've never been the one to dance around. I've never been the one to just be like, you know what, I'm not even finna ask these questions. I'ma just, just I don't wanna tussle any feathers. I'ma just sit in the back. I'ma just tell jokes. Family, I've never been that type of person. And when I see something wrong, best believe I'm gonna point it out. Because as a leader, as we all are a leader in our own households, we should be able to say, hey, this is what needs to be done. This is something that is wrong. This is what we need to be doing that is right. So what does discrimination even mean? Let's break it down, family. I know we probably ain't come for one of these streams, but family, bear with me, man. I gotta get this off of my chest, man. Let's, for real, because it's really goofy, man, to say the least. To keep my words very PG-13, it's very goofy. So discrimination, it is the unjust treatment of different categories of people or things, especially on the grounds of race, age, or sex. They should now put what you call it, medical conditions. That should also be added in there as well, because obviously you're treating people different based on their medical conditions. Discrimination can also vary in its meaning as recognizing and understanding the difference between one thing and another. So, yeah, in a fold where we can use our discrimination to say this is one thing, this is another. Hey, that's a duck, that's a goose. You can discriminate like that. But on the basis of discrimination, as I've seen and experienced, they pretty much looked at me and was like, oh man, this guy of a different hue with an afro thinks he's smart. Let's deny him of this opportunity based on our gut feeling. Hold on. We're not going to let him use the same bathroom. Hold on. We're not going to let him drink from the same water fountain. Hold on. We're not going to let him vote. What do you think has changed over the last 60 years? And as we were drinking from different water fountains, what do you think they were doing as they were creating our water fountains to drink from? Why was their water fountains so guarded? Was there something different in the water? Hmm. So I just wanted to point this out because we're going to be building off of this aspect of people discriminating. And just to be able to share my experience with y'all, man, it's really offsetting and off-putting to tell a youngin who's going into society trying to build themselves up as a man, being a brother of a different hue, of a darker hue, let's be honest. They pretty much will look at you and yeah, you got to work 3 times as hard. Family, I'm saying you have to work 3 times as harder. First things first, you got to work harder than people that got a little lighter skin tone than you. You got to work harder than people who got a lighter skin tone than you and they're of the opposite sex. And you have to work harder than somebody who's of the same skin tone as you and of the opposite sex. To say even though you work that hard still, people can look at you and say, I have a gut feeling that I just seen too many YouTube videos about you gangbanger bros. I just seen too many YouTube videos about how you guys operate and what you guys do when you get a lot of money. You just buy chains. You fill the society with, I'm just, this isn't me judging, but this is me telling the facts. No, that's you discriminating. And look at where they come from. There is righteous discrimination. Likewise, brothers and sisters, we have also experienced wicked discrimination. How many people gonna point that out, though? How many people are gonna stand up against that type of spirit and really stand bold and speak to that person who is doing those certain acts and really slice them with the word and saying what you're doing is wrong? My bad, family. My bad, y'all. I ain't mean to get on this stream and yell at y'all, man, but it's just been Kwam Yasharala. Israel keep on rising to the point where we need to be at the head, at the top. But we here, though. We're going to keep on growing. We're going to keep on striving to be great. So I just wanted to point out certain, I guess, can you even call them rules anymore? Like, what's a rule if it can be broken? Like, what's rights if you can just set them on fire when you don't even have to do them anymore? But you would think that these people write things down in order for us to follow after it. But then as you look at what they wrote down, they completely try to manipulate and go off kilter. All right, we're not discriminating against people of color, and now we're not discriminating of people of sex, and now we're not discriminating against people who have different genders. Like, hold on, now we're not discriminating against aliens. Like, hold on, whoa. All right, no, don't discriminate against that person because that person is from a different planet. Like, now it gets to the point where, okay, yeah, wisdom is a very, very valuable thing to possess. A lot of these people have knowledge or information, but lack wisdom. Let's be real. Let's be real. His will is real. We're all equal? No, if we were all equal, okay, give me the same equal opportunities to succeed out here. Okay, if we're all equal, then let me practice natural health. If we're all equal, move out my way. Give me what is mine. If we're all equal, let's start at the same starting point. Hold on. Give me the same resources that your forefathers took. Let's create some equality here. And let's see what transcends from that. How many of them going to say, "Oh, okay, that's equal. We're with that." Family, do y'all know what Jim Crow laws are? Do y'all remember that in history? Did y'all ever have history class and they talked about what Jim Crow laws are? If they didn't, we gonna talk about it right now, man. I'm gonna bring it out right now because we want to be able to discuss what discrimination is and be able to bring something out in the light of who these people truly are. Know that it was certain people that got together to write these laws, to put this on paper, to follow through with these mandates. You hear me? Follow through with these mandates because they thought they were equal to people. Shout out to history.com for this article. Fair use. Seems like they updated it this year on January 11th too. So, hey, we here with it. And as y'all can see, a picture of a person of color, as they would like to put on trees. I guess this was a colored person school where they would label, hey, if we're discriminating, we're obviously making you go to this school because you're just different. We're recognizing that you're different, so we don't want to be around your differences. Okay, I can get that. Who wants to be around somebody that they're obviously, hey, if two don't agree, how can they walk together? Now this really has me questioning how was MLK walking with these people and he wholeheartedly knew that he didn't agree with them. So as far as a leader, we got some very funny leaders in positions right now where it's like, dude, just stop entertaining the people. If you were a leader, you wouldn't be walking with people that you don't agree with. You will be leading the way with people who you do agree with. So, Jim Crow laws, what were they? Pretty much, they were a collection of laws, statutes, and commandments. let's bring it all together. What they were trying to do. A group of people wrote down some words, where another group of people were following after, some laws, and said they were in existence for about 100 years. So people were in this thought pattern of what it would be like to make sure that they weren't equal to anybody. As we can see here, they were being denied rights to vote. They were being denied rights to hold jobs, denied rights to an education or other opportunities. This existed for 100 years up until the 1970 era. Family, that was only 50 years ago. People who look like me weren't able to vote. They weren't able to get jobs. They weren't able to gain information in this world to get other opportunities to proceed and to be able to give resources to their offspring and their next generation. It wasn't too many people that spoke up that looked like me because they knew that if they didn't follow the laws in that land, you see that tree that is nailed up colored. It wasn't just always a written sign. If you get what I'm saying. We keeping it somewhat PG-13 over here. Okay. Do you think these people from 50 years ago care about your health status? As a person that looks like me, do you think they care about you wanting to get ahead in life? Do you think they care about you actually being educated? Do you think they care about your HBCUs? Do you think they care about your housing situation? Do you think they care about your water situation? Do you think they care about you actually succeeding in life? This was 50 years ago. You think they miraculously changed their thought patterns after practicing this for 100 years? And as I share with y'all my experience, family, ain't nothing too different out here. I don't follow nothing except the Most High. I don't care about what rules and mandates and regulations that this governmental state put in place. As long as I got my mind, as long as I got my body, as long as I got my soul, I'm going to make sure that I keep on walking on one accord with the Most High wants me to say, and I'm going to make sure that I lead the way. I'm going to make sure I keep on fulfilling my purpose. Given that we were all here to do a purpose, right? Do you think it's to follow people who can change their mind from suddenly, oh my gosh, what we did was so wrong, but now we're going to think right? No, sit your... You go back to the classroom and you learn some more. That's what we need to say to these people who thought that was right. Because obviously for them to be in control and say people like us can't even vote. We can't even get jobs. We can't even further our education. You know what? We're going to try any way to deny them of opportunities. Is it any different now? You tell me. How many people, by the show of one in the chat, let me know. Let me know. Are y'all influenced with the health status quo that's going on right now? Let me know. Let's interact with the chat. My bad, chat. I really ain't been too much interacting with y'all because I just been... This is personal for me. Because in a land where I feel as though I should be free, I should have rights. Let's see. Do you have a right over your own body? Put a one in the chat if you over here following the mandates and laws and statutes of this land. Are you because I want to know who I'm talking to. Are you operating under the system of saying, you know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and do what I gotta do just so I can hold this job or get this opportunity? You know, are you following the laws and statutes of this land? Okay. I see my brother Gerardo. He in there with it. His will is real. He in here with it. I see who I'm talking to, and I know majority of the people. They probably, if you not pointed out what you following, understand what spirit you operating in. Why wouldn't you want to point out, hey, yeah, I'm doing what I got to do for this system? You know, why wouldn't you want to be proud in that? Or do you feel some type of conviction? Do you feel some type of just nervousness? Know that when I talk about the Most High supplying me, hey, when I talk about me following out the rules, laws, and statutes and commandments of the Most High, hey, I'm banging. Why you have people in this world when you ask them, hey, you follow what America's doing? They kind of shy away from it, knowing that they got to keep up with this construct because that's what pays them. That's what gives them security. That's what I can't really speak on it. I hope somebody would have said in the chat, hey, you're coming after me and what I follow and what I do, because I would definitely love to hear your side of the story of why you do what you do for a nation that has people in control that can change their mind like this. If you don't know what is right and what is wrong, why are you in a position of a leader? If you don't comprehend that, first and foremost, discriminating against someone because of their health status, because you are afraid of being sick, it's kind of buffoonery. Because if you think about it, if you're this healthy and fearing person of the Most High, then you know that the Most High is, hey, he gonna make sure he gives you everything that you need to live out your days, right? And I'm talking about full of age, full of good health. So why would the thought pattern of someone sick coming near you even affect you if you operating in the spirit of knowing that, hey, you ultimately have health in this world? You genuinely take care of yourself. Has me questioning. Discrimination of a nation still taking place. And now it's just a different flavor. Now it's just, they might as well add more onto the definition of discrimination, the unjust treatment of different categories of people or things, especially on the grounds of race, age, sex, or health conditions. You already know they be adding stuff all the time, so they might as well add that onto the dictionary definition as well, man. Because obviously they bias change every 50 years or so. So once the study comes out, a discrimination will change up in definition. We'll be sure of that, because obviously discrimination wasn't a word when Jim Crow laws was out, or it wasn't based on the grounds of race or age or sex. And here's a funny thing though. As soon as they was like, oh, we got to do it for them people that don't look like us, then we got to do it for everybody. You know, everybody gets non-discrimination laws against them. But y'all missing the point of the focus of who was really getting discriminated against, who was really getting unjust treatment. Like, when we talk about unjust treatment, we're talking about a person who's out here trying to do right. And then you have another opposition of people like in this person way setting booby traps. We ain't talking about somebody out here moving wickedly and then they over here succumb to just their own health conditions of the life that they chose, or fall into a trap because of the way that they was moving. No, we really talking about people going out their way to commit unjust acts against people who just want to learn, grow, gain resources, and just be able to provide for their family. I'm about to point out some very pivotal facts, family. Everybody like numbers nowadays, right? Everybody like to see numbers nowadays. We playing a numbers game because at this point, if you don't show me the numbers, I don't think it's real. So I just did some research, man. I did some searching around for just certain health pandemics and certain diseases out here. One of them that came to my mind was AIDS. Do people ask you if you got AIDS? Will a job deny you employment because you have AIDS? But that's a disease that's, very terminally ill, right? Steve Bless said they don't care about nothing. They don't even care about their own self. Big facts. Gerardo, I hear you. I hear you. Faith's all I need in this world. I know God got me. Faith's all I need, Steve Bless said, don't follow this world to damnation. Follow the Most High to rehabilitation. Amen. Amen. Sheesh. Ladarius Wiley said, I personally had a doctor try to pressure me to getting it on multiple occasions. It's definitely a business move for them now, where they just want everybody to be like, look, we are successful, and having everybody play a role and just joining along and following our laws. It's really getting to the point where it's because what is it helping? And that's how I see majority of these laws. It's not helping anything. Majority of these mandates, constitutions. What is it really solving? What people are uniting underneath these aspects of following traditions? Or I can't, there's no word for it yet, except for wickedness. That's the only word, because you got these people that can't even explain it in further constructs of saying, this is discrimination, right? Tell me why it's not. Man. Steve Bless said, this sister don't care about you when you're alive, and it surely don't care about you when you, sheesh. It's very troubling to point out, but more people need to have these conversations as we move forward. We need to figure out ways how we can speak up for what is right, or we just gonna keep on skipping down the rabbit hole with them, because if you're not speaking up, they just gonna think what they're doing is right. I'm here to say, I don't have the biggest platform, but I can get on my platform and speak on seeing something, pointing it out in society, and giving my observation of what we should do. First things first, we just need to acknowledge what's taking place in this day and age. And it's just looking really, really similar to what was taking place 50 years ago. Jim Crow laws. Oh, you can't vote. Oh, nah. You can't get this job. Nah, we don't even want to talk to you. You know what? You gotta socially distance us. That sounds like segregation to me. It's just in a different terminology. But I said I got some numbers for y'all right quick. I got some numbers, family. My bad. So the numbers of AIDS. Ooh. We want to talk about a real disease that's out here putting in some work. And you already know what type of demographic of people fall underneath this spectrum. Let's see here. So we're just gonna point out some numbers and see what's really deadly out here. Oh, why are we not having a mandate for people to get vaccinated against AIDS? Wait, you mean to tell me after these long years they still ain't find no cure to AIDS, but they found the vaccine to the world's most deadliest? But look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. We just going. Y'all see it's highlighted. Since the beginning of the epidemic, more than 70 million people have acquired the infection, and about 35 million people have died. I had to read it like one of those news reporters who put emphasis on certain things like that. You feel me? So it can hit more. But nah, look, y'all see those numbers, right? 70 million people infected, 35 million deceased. Half of the people who caught this disease, may their souls rest. That is a very high rate. That needs to have a cure. That needs to have a vaccine. If 70 people get this disease, you mean to tell me 35 people are going to drop right there? But we just bringing out the numbers. But there's no discrimination for people who have this infection. There's no discrimination for people who have this disease. Oh no, you don't need to have your AIDS vaccination card because they, with all this technology, they still haven't found it. They still, you know what? They skipped right over AIDS vaccination because they was just trying to find a cure to what's going on in the vid. Doesn't make sense. But let's look at some numbers, family. Let's look at some numbers, though. Keep that number in mind. 70 million caught it. 35 million. Sad to say they didn't make it. Let's bring out another set of statistics. And with the way numbers be moving in bank accounts lately, I don't know if I can trust numbers anymore, man. Because what they say, you numbers don't lie. But the way they was moving that thing on the news channel, I'm just like, whoa, what's going on? But we gonna get in there. Let's bring out some more numbers, family. Once again, y'all can thank Google for this information. Hey, all this is pretty much accessible by just typing it in on Google. And hey, they ain't got no signs over here talking about this is false information, so I guess it's right. But let's take a look at these cases for the worst disease in history, where they needed to lock down the world for years and make sure that people have their cards so we can actually attend society again. Total cases worldwide, 590 million. Total deaths, 6.44 million. You know what I see right there? You mean to tell me if it's 100 people in the room, only one person gonna drop versus 75, 70 people, 100 people in the room, half of those people gonna drop? Which disease do you think needed more of a strict implementation of health standards? Just by numbers alone. So you mean to tell me that 600 million people pretty much got it, and 99% of them are still alive? But on the other hand, you have another disease where 50% of the people just dropped. But this one is the disease that we roll out the rules, mandates, and regulations because it's just so bad. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not a scientist, nor am I a health physician. But I can definitely say I know how to Google something and read something. it don't take too much to observe what's going on in life. And one thing for sure, I am not somebody who's just gonna follow after what everybody else is doing. So when we were able to define discrimination, right, we got to the point where discrimination can be good in some terms, where you're understanding the difference between one thing and another. What's a goose? What's a duck? You're discriminating. Which disease is more deadlier? Let's use our discrimination. Which disease is more deadlier? Y'all can put it in the chat, family. Keywords, though, keywords. Which disease is more deadlier? And then, we always like to correlate things over here just to make them copacetic, man. And if it makes sense for you to be like, oh, disease is more deadlier because it was a lot more people. Hold on, I hear you, but look at the numbers. If it's 100 people in the room, only one person, I'm sorry to say, versus 100 people in the room, 50? You mean half of the population just gone? Hey, exactly. Way more deadly. Just off of us righteously discriminating. Let's righteously discriminate again, family. Which race of people is more deadlier? Nah. Hey. But real talk. I ain't trying to excite nobody here, though. I ain't trying to excite nobody here, family. But this is a discussion that needs to be had because people, when we talk about discrimination, yeah, we don't want to be like, oh, no, just because you look like this and your race is like this and you over here operating in different beliefs, I don't like you. But we're distinguishing based on facts and numbers. If we were able to discriminate which disease was deadlier, we should be able to discriminate what group of people hold on to deadlier behaviors and models of laws and constitutions and stuff like that, to be able to see if it's conducive for life thereof. Yeah, just the thought I've been having, man. Because it's real funny nowadays. You got people who can enforce certain things on us. And then for us just to sit back and really just accept what's being given to us. Is that right? And then you look at what happened in history where you got a certain group of people who came together, made laws. They laws was pretty much to hold back another group of people. Let's discriminate righteous. Which group of people are more deadly? But then it's like, if what you were doing or saying 50 years ago in Jim Crow's law, if it was righteous, wouldn't it still be in place? Ooh. Why would people try to fight against it? Why would people try to hide it? Why would people literally write down and say, oh, what we did was wrong? Let's change it up. Civil rights, Black power. Martin Luther King Day. We're sorry. Here goes a month. Okay. Another correlation I want to make with y'all, family. During the time of the laws of Jim Crow being implemented, as we were able to come to the information of saying, hey, these people who engaged in this set of laws, they told people that they couldn't vote. They told people that they couldn't read. They told people that they couldn't get jobs. They told people that they couldn't hold positions. All at that same time, family. Do you know what was being formed? Oh, let's take a look. Let's bring out some more information of what else formed around the era of the Jim Crow laws. You know, just so we can hit on and being able to distinguish these set of people that operate underneath that system and What actually came from them? Let's make it make sense. Let's see. Not too many people know. I mean, especially before this whole pandemic happened. Shoot, people was like, what is the CDC? Like, where did that come from? Well, here goes a little history for you. The CDC begins in the 1940s. Oh, who do you think who do you think was in the building of the CDC and was giving out these rules, mandates, and regulations on health standards? In Georgia, might I add. Who do you think were the only 400 staff members employed? Do you think there was much diversity? Do you think there were multiple people of different ethnic races that worked for the CDC? So, as we can read here, the CDC began as a federal initiative to prevent the spread of malaria in the United States. Atlanta was chosen as the original site for the CDC because malaria was more serious issue in mosquito-ridden states like Georgia. And in 1946, the CDC launched its original name of Communicable Disease Center. In the 1950s, the CDC would start to make efforts to control the spread of sexually transmitted diseases, and then later on, tuberculosis in the 1960s. And in 1980, the CDC would officially become known as the Centers for Disease Control. Who do you think was controlling this disease center? Let's read a little bit more. Over the last 7 decades since its formation, let me take a laughing break at that. It was formed over the last 7 decades. Family. Only 50 years ago, they were over here telling people based upon their skin color that they could not vote, they could not get jobs, they could not get an education, or they cannot get opportunities. So this same entity that was formed within that same time frame has expanded the number of services provided to the American public. Today, the CDC mission statement is simple. Protect Americans 24/7 from health and security threats nationally and internationally. Wait. But I thought they just started to prevent diseases. Now it's security threats. I'm gonna need to go into more elaboration on that. I might have to do a part 2 of the CDC origins, man, because we really need to understand what these entities are. Because I want us to be able to discriminate too, family. I want us to be able to distinguish what something is and understand and recognize the difference between someone that's trying to help us and someone that's trying to hinder us. Because at this point in time, you can't tell me that while these rules were in place of people not having the ability to, or say so in their own community that you gonna turn around and say, "Oh, I'm here for you. I want to see you do better. I'm actually here to protect you." No, you're not. Let's be real. If that was the case, you would have gave me rights to protect myself. If that was the case, you would be reading that book of the Most High to me, because that will govern our own selves. You wouldn't keep on changing up the laws every year if you were trying to protect me. You wouldn't deny me from opportunities if you were trying to help me. You wouldn't segregate my children, the generations that come after me, from real knowledge of self if you were trying to protect me. But it's different. You got people that just sit back in the facade of a leader and just entertain the people. A lot of people won't get up on this platform and really call out what they see. I don't know about y'all, man, but I'm ready for something to come through and actually stand up for right. I'm ready for the Most High to reclaim the throne. Gerardo said, "This is what truly needs to be discussed at the round table. Tell them Serpent Seed, the chosen ones, are handling business right now." Amen. Amen. And that's when we start to rise, family. Because ain't no point in time where we're supposed to look at what we got together and wrote down as a people, and does it really make sense for you to write something down? For you to be like, yeah, this is what we should do to another person to hold them back. But then we should deny them from opportunities. And then we should literally poison their water. But then turn around and say, "Oh no, we're here for you. We're here to protect you. Make sure you get this cure. Show us that you got it too. Otherwise, if you don't show us that you have it, then you can't be a part of our society." Is that person really for you? But family, I didn't want to make this one too long-winded, man. I be saying like my streams don't be more than an hour though. But hey, it's all love, bro. It's all love, man. When we come through, be able to discuss topics like this, because then I know it's not what everybody wants to hear, but at the same time, we have to be able to sit down at these tables and discuss what we are seeing, especially within the realms of quote unquote politics and what's dealing with our health and what's dealing with the environment and the economy and education. True leaders discuss on how to reform those processes so that there is something righteous taking place within it. Otherwise, it's going to be built off corruption. Otherwise, you're going to have people in places of control that take literal, they twist up everything, pervert everything from the position that they're in. And that's all I can see right now. It's just perversion of power. Setting our rights on fire right in front of our face. And nobody's not speaking up for nothing. But if you rock with the Most High and if you follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, you are not going to be silent in this time, because you know that our voice holds weight. Because without us speaking, they don't see what they're doing is wrong. That's how naive these people are. They look at what they're doing is right because nobody else is speaking up against them, telling it's wrong. You really have to sit down with these people and dissect what's going on in their minds and be able to tell them, hey, you're thinking off of dysfunction. That's not really helping people. You're still running off of the program of Jim Crow laws. You're not helping anybody. You're not even helping yourself. That's real dysfunction right there. Where, yeah, we're in their country, quotation marks. But then again, they can't even help their own people. But we're going to keep on shining, family. We're going to keep on striving. And this was a message just to get more spark back into our brothers and our sisters. Say, family, who cares about if they discriminate against us? Who cares about their rights? As long as we follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, there's nothing that their rights can do to sway us from what we're purposed to do. So keep on shining, family. Keep on rocking. Keep on standing up for what's true. 88 Soul, Shalom. I appreciate you tuning in, man. Appreciate seeing your family. Y'all already know, man. We be in here. It be nothing but family, nothing but the brothers and the sisters, man. And so I thank y'all once again for giving me the time to just be able to express on this platform, to be able to just something different, man. We come over here, we learn, we grow, we connect, we communicate, and it's just a different vibe over here. So I thank y'all for inspiring me. I thank y'all for encouraging me to speak up, and I pray that the next, get the intellect, get the knowledge, get the downloads from the Most High to be able to speak on and get solutions about what they see. Most definitely, Steve Bless. I love being around the Most High people. Still sharp and still, we in here. My family is getting a little past my bedtime over here, man. I was supposed to bench sleep. Nah, I be up, up getting to it, man. Steve Bless said, this is a great stream. I got to meditate on this. Too powerful just to let it go over my head. Amen. And just to be able to end it off on the right note, we got a scripture for the family. Hey, we always coming through with strength, right? We got to keep on continuing to claim victory, even in the face of defeat, even if they think that they're going to win. Hey, we know how the story ends. Psalms chapter 3. Lord, how are they increased that trouble me? Many are they that rise up against me. Many are there be which say of my soul, there is no help for him in God. Salah. But thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory, and the lifter up of my head. I cried upon the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. Salah. I laid me down and slept. I awaked, for the Lord sustained me. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people that have set themselves against me round about. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God, for thou hast smitten all my enemies upon the cheekbone. Thou hast broken the teeth of the ungodly. Salvation belongeth unto thy Lord. Thy blessing is upon thy people. The Most High still blesses us to be able to stand against thousands, tens of thousands, and claim victory. To be able to rise from this nation of discrimination and always be on top. Keep trailblazing, family. Keep leading the way. Keep showing the way. Gado Yeshayahu. Hallelujah. Total Rabbi Yeshua. Great salvation. All praises, all honor, all glory to the Most High. Yeah. Thank you so much for the light. Peace and blessings, my people. Peace and blessings. Until next time, family. Peace. Yeah.
Yeah, they got it bumping.
Why buy the lie when the truth is free? Illusions creating distorted reality, manifesting heart's desires, faith that anything is possible, probable. With God, I'm unstoppable. Can't deny denial. Life flowing through. Living is a test of subscription, a lifetime trial. Only faith, no fanatics. Pay attention to the antics. Peace over power, panic. Design planned in fashion.